All right. 39. A metaphor is a brief similitude contracted into a single word, which word being put in the place of another as if it were in its own place conveys if the resemblance be acknowledged delight. If there is no resemblance, it is condemned. But such words should be metaphorically used and as may make the subject clear as all these. The sea begins to shudder, darkness is doubled, and the black of night and of the tempest thickens, fire gleams vivid amid the clouds, the heavens with thunder shake, hail mixed with copious rain, sudden descends, precipitate from all sides. Every blast breaks forth, fierce whirlwinds gather, and the flood boils with fresh tumult. Here, almost everything is expressed in words metaphorically adapted from something similar that the description may be heightened, or metaphors are employed that the whole nature of any action or design may be more significantly expressed, as in the case of him who indicates by two metaphorical words that another person who designedly obscure in order that what he intended might not be understood, since thus he clothes himself around with words and hedges constantly. Sometimes also brevity is the object attained by metaphor, as si talum manu fugit, if from his hand the javelin fled. The throwing of a missile weapon unawares could not be described with more brevity in the proper words than it is signified by one used metaphorically. On this head, it often appears to me wonderful why all men are more delighted with words used in a metaphorical or foreign sense than in their own proper and natural signification. 40. For if a thing has not a name of its own and a term peculiar to it, as the pes or hawser in a ship, nexum, a bond, which is a ceremony performed with scales, divortium, a divorce with money with reference to a wife, necessity compels you to borrow from another what you have not yourself. But even in the greatest abundance of proper words, men are much more charmed with such as are uncommon, if they are used metaphorically with judgment. This happens, I imagine, either because it is some manifestation of wit to jump over such expressions as lie before you and catch at others from a greater distance, or because he who listens is led another way in thought and yet does not wander from the subject, which is a very great displeasure, or because the subject and entire comparison is dispatched in a single word, or because every metaphor that is adopted with judgment is directed immediately to our senses and principally to the sense of sight, which is the keenest of them all. For such expressions as the odor of urbanity, the softness of humanity, the murmur of the sea, and the sweetness of language are derived from the other senses, but those which relate to the sight are much more striking, for they place almost in the eye of the mind such objects as we cannot see and discern by the natural eyes. There is indeed nothing in universal nature, the proper name and term of which we may not use with regard to other matters. For whencesoever a simile may be drawn, and it may be drawn from anything, from thence a single word which contains the resemblance metaphorically applied may give illustration to our language. In such metaphorical expressions, dissimilitude is principally to be avoided, as the arch immense of heaven. For though Ennius is said to have brought a globe upon the stage, yet the semblance of an arch can never be inherent in the form of a globe. Live, live, Ulysses, while you may, and snatch, snatch with thine eyes the last light shining on them. He did not say cape, take, nor peat, seek, for such expressions might have implied delay, as of one hoping to live longer, but rape, snatch, a word which is peculiarly suitable to what he had said before, dum licet, while you may.